What's up, guys?
Hey now. Drew, just what your main takeaways from the season, obviously your first year in Portland, just how do you leave this one, I guess?
I love the season. I think we had a good season. I think a lot of people didn't expect us to get to where we got to and battle against a good team like the Spurs. Had a chance there to win a couple games that didn't go our way, but I think all in all, through the ups and downs and kind of how the season started, I think we did a great job.
What do you think the team's missing to kind of take that next step?
I think the experience helped. I think being able to play in the playoffs and battle in the play-in in general, battle before that to get into the play-in, all that stuff I feel like shows our character and kind of where we're going and what we're pushing for. But what we need, again, I think it's just a little bit more experience to be able to go here and compete with some of the best teams.
It strikes me that you're sitting right where you were standing when you came in here to do media when you came over here for the first time. Is there anything you thought when you were standing here that was different about this season than what you originally thought when you came in?
The winners weren't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think that's probably the biggest thing. Was it a mild winter?
Yeah.
Okay, that was cool with me. I think besides that, I'm not really sure I have anything. I don't think I had an expectation on it besides making the playoffs and or just elevating from last season, being able to say that we did what we were supposed to do. And I feel like we fought. I feel like everybody on this team, from top of the organization to the bottom, everybody did a great job of fighting and making this season a good season for all of us.
Jrue, when you look at when you first got here to today, considering everything the team's been through with Chauncey, Thiago, injuries, everything else, do you feel like you guys surpassed expectations, met expectations? Kind of where do you think that from day one, where you think you are now?
I mean, I don't think anybody expected us to be maybe 7 seed and fight against the Spurs like that. So maybe for their expectations, but I think for us, we're here to win, and I feel like the chemistry was built from the first day that I got here. Even with Chauncey being here, Chauncey being a catalyst for that, being a reason why a lot of us were here in the first place. So him kind of setting the foundation, being able to know that we're going to be a team and a family. And then, again, we see the last week, 2 games possibly could have gone a different way, and we could still be playing basketball right now. So, again, just really excited and happy about how the season went.
Jrue, something like the Chauncey thing, big national scandal like that. How do you, what do you attribute it to that didn't ever become really a distraction within the locker room, within the organization? It just kind of went away. Something like that easily could have derailed the season.
Character. Character. I think a lot of guys, not a lot of people in this organization have great character, have integrity, and even just knowing that, even for Chauncey would want us to keep going. The things that he built here and established here, he'd want us to still succeed. But I think it all attributes to the people that we have in this organization, how great of humans they are, to be able to still fight through hard times and know that there might be criticism and all the damn betting and tipping meetings that we have and had and all that. But just knowing that, like, our job here is to play basketball and to be the best basketball team we can.
Obviously, point guard wise, things are going to look a bit different next year with this team. Do you see yourself being a part of this team with Damian coming back, or what are your thoughts on that?
I hope so. I don't like being traded and moved and stuff. I like being a part of something and building with the team and seeing the progress and going through the progress with them. So I hope so. I'd love to be here.
What excites you about the future?
Honestly, just kind of how we ended the season, fighting and clawing, knowing that we have a team that has proven ourselves to some extent to be a playoff team, and then even we have a good mix of older gentlemen and then young guys that are still hungry. I mean, you hear them; they're still in the gym now, and it's been 2 days after we lost the playoffs. So, I'm really excited for that.
Obviously, a lot of uncertainty with Tiago and just the coaching situation. How would you describe the job he's done, and what's your take on that whole situation?
I love Tiago. I think him being able to step into a role that has like some big shoes to fill, being able to rally us together and push through a season of literally since game one, and make the 7 seed has been great. I think we've learned together. Coaching staff has grown together with the players and everyone else. But I love Tiago and the way that he's pushed us this whole season. And I think for him, he's probably exceeded people's expectations too, coming into a role in this type of situation.
Was everybody completely laser focused, or was there anybody thinking, I want Dame out here right now?
I mean, I think everybody wants Dame out here right now. Why wouldn't? I think he would help us out tremendously. But I also think that we were locked into what we were supposed to do, which was the Spurs, them being a good team, them having Wemby and Castle and Fox. This being our first playoff experience as a team, and for a lot of guys, the first playoff experience in general. I think we did a good job.
How would you assess Scoot's play once he finally arrived, and just maybe his future? What does he still have to show?
I think when Scoot got comfortable, you saw what Scoot is capable of, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think him getting a full season of being healthy, going out there and really playing against guys and showing off his playmaking ability, showing off his scoring ability, showing off how tough he is, especially in great games in the playoffs where these are some of the biggest games of our careers. And some of the most crucial moments, he's stepped up to the plate. So I think he has a bright future.
Doing good?
Thanks, Jrue.
Thanks, Jrue. Enjoy the summer.
questions for Shaedon Sharpe.
Shane, just in general, how do you leave this season? What are kind of your emotions and thoughts about the way that this season went for you and for the team?
Me personally, I think pretty well, pretty good year. Except for the injuries, I think early on in the season had calf issues, got through that, and then towards the end had the little fracture or whatever. But I think overall, season went pretty well. Team, I think we're growing as a team. Happy where we're going. Excited for the future.
Did the injury linger in the playoffs, or were you perfectly healed by then?
Nah, I was good. I was good.
So you feel 100% physically right now?
Yeah, I feel good. I'm ready for the off season. Just get back working.
What areas do you feel like you grew the most this year?
I don't know. I think just my overall game, just getting my teammates involved. Attacking the rim, trying to find my spots on the court. There's always room for improvement, though.
What are you going to be doing this offseason? What are you going to be working on? What are you going to be doing?
First, I'm taking vacation. Need some time away from ball. I'm probably going to be in Phoenix just working out.
What's your focus? Is there anything in particular, or just?
Just staying healthy, getting stronger. And then my overall game, just working on catch and shoots, pick and roll. Just my overall game for real.
What was the message from Joe and Tiago in your interview?
That I just had now? Stick with it. We're heading in the right direction. They're also excited for the future and, what it holds. Just keep working on my game and, yeah.
What was your reaction to kind of the reduced role that you had in the playoffs compared to how much you were playing in the regular season?
It's frustrating, but I was ready. I was ready to just compete and help my team and
Shay, when you look at that, is that something that can be a driving factor for you, so that doesn't happen to you again?
Yeah, for sure. During the offseason, I'm gonna just keep working on my game. Try and get better, and just help this team win.
Did Tiago explain why he made that decision during the playoffs?
Yeah, he did.
Share a little bit about that, or?
I'd rather not. I think that's just me and Tiago's conversation ahead, and we'll grow from this, and I'll be better. So.
Shay, a question about experience. Jrue was just talking about this. The postseason was good for the experience of this team. I'm curious about the mentality part, the mind part of the game. What did you learn this postseason that will help you grow mentally?
It's a long season, especially with the playoffs. It being my first playoff series, and some of the other guys. It's a long season, 82 plus some other games. So just staying poised and sticking with it, and just having that mindset to always come in and compete. So.
What do you think you'll remember most from this season?
Probably just the memories with the guys off the court. We have a great group of guys here, and just being off court and bonding with them. Probably just remember that.
What was it like to have that clip go viral where Tiago identified the play that they were going to run for Wemby? And I know that happens all the time in game, but just what was it like for you to have that go viral?
What go viral?
You didn't? Okay.
What happened?
He identified a play that they were going to run for Wemby in the game and shouted it out to you, and then they ended up running the play, and I forget what exactly happened, but.
Oh, that play. I don't know. I don't know.
Any other questions? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shane.
Not gonna lie to y'all, we're having a little bit of gap. I apologize. Kind of switching scheduling, guys. So, sorry. Chill.
What does a little gap mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
That could mean a lot of different things.
I mean, if you're saying it, that's already bad.
Yeah.
30, 40 maybe.
Woo, okay.
Go get coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Thinking about it. I gotta go through Drew stuff really quick so I don't.